Welcome, guys, to game number 2 between Wearable Wales and Take-Two. Take-Two, yeah, game 1 in spectacular fashion, sealing the rug out underneath the Wales' feet. Now the Wales looking to redeem themselves in this best-of-3 series. I am Husey. Joining me on the commentary desk is Timmy.
I don't think I've ever been more surprised while casting than that last game. It was just in an instant. But to save some time, we are going ahead and just tell you the bans, as you can see who was picked up. So the bans for this game, Take-Two banned out Giannis, and we have some... Robin, Giannis, Odin, and Hoyi. Wearable Wales take out Amaterasu, Chiron, Bologna, and Tia.
I believe that's the other way round. I believe the Wales are the first ones. Take-Two were the second ones. So now we're going to head straight into the match here. Welcome to the qualifiers for the OPL, presented as part of the CGPL, sponsored by M-Wave, Plantronics, Turtle Beach, Netgear, AK Racing, and Logitech. So let's get into it, folks. This could be the decider. This could be the game that sets our second and final team for this week to get into the OPL.
Yes, whoever wins this goes to the OPL. It is a best-of-3 series, this one. Take-Two taking out the first game as before. Both teams on the same side as before. Wales on order, Take-Two on chaos.
Yeah, again, pretty similar starts coming out from both teams. This time, Take-Two opting to do their balls at the start and then go to the wave second. Take that early experience, get themselves to level 2 at the same time that the Wales hit level 2.
Oh, I just noticed there's a Capri in the game. There's a Capri in the game. There's going to be some plays.
Yeah, there's going to be some revives coming out of this one. Some early poke from Armoon, though. Onto the Capri. There's a Weakening Curse popped by Freemason. Armoon looking for the autos. Gruff bodying for his teammate very nicely, but Armoon gets the backflip kill. He always seems to find kills in the most stylish of ways.
I like how we were talking about there's going to be some revives in this game, and as that was happening, I just wanted to scream, "Quick, revive yourself!"
And now Gruff taking a lot of damage here from Armoon and Freemason again. No taunt coming out, though, from the Athena as of yet. She's only level 2, so Gruff able to survive that damage pretty freely.
Yes, that is a huge disaster for Take-Two in this dual lane. Normally, Capri has very strong wave control. He has the best clear of any Guardian in the entire game. But they do have the Neith who can keep on top of that, and just losing a kill, first blood, taken up to Almoon, that's going to be quite devastating.
You have to remember, he is with an Apollo as well, so Apollo doesn't have the best wave clear, not the worst either. He takes some damage here, however, Gruff, but he dashes away very nicely. So, as he mentioned, the Capri's got a lot of wave clear. It does make up a little bit for Apollo's, but Neith has just got superb wave clear, especially when she's rushing Transcendence, as she is doing now.
Yes, Transcendence on Neith is pretty much a no-brainer. So much power. You do get quite a lot. 90% scaling on the Spirit Arrow does end up hurting quite a lot, as we can see here. Gruff taken down quite low. Does use the moves to get himself out of danger.
Leo boxing Divine here over in the solo lane. Just a bit of a slap fight this lane. Leo's hit level 5 first. However, could look for something here onto Divine, who's forced to back away through his own wave. Heals himself up here. Nothing going to really happen much in the solo lane. Really, the solo lane's going to start mattering a lot more as we get towards the middle stages of the game, when both of these guys start making the rotations into team fights and impacting the overall, strategy of the game.
I do believe that Osiris does have the advantage over Guan Yu. Osiris does have the damage mitigation from physical damage, so he doesn't really need healing as much. Guan Yu has the healing, but Osiris can take that off with his Lord of the Afterlife ultimate, taking off 100% healing.
You see Slicey playing the Agni this time, like we saw Picklefinger doing last game. If Slicey can play the Agni half as effectively as Pickle did the last game, Wales are going to certainly be feeling a lot of that damage. Pickle on the ice this year, I like this. They kind of recognize that, hey, our objective secure wasn't the best last game. Let's get the most safe objective secure in the game in the ice's circle of protection ult.
Now we see a rotation from Freemason and Almoon going down onto Shred. He does teleport away, recognizing the danger. He is going to be going up in the air, however.
Up he goes, down he comes. Almoon is killed there. Gruff picks himself up a double, and now Take-Two controlling this early part of the game. Picklefinger gets a 3-man stun there, but Shred takes him out, and Freemason in a bad situation. Gruff gets himself a triple very early in this one, and Take-Two return with a little bit of extra on the side that kills that Wearable Whales got onto them on the start.
Unfortunately, it's not quite late enough in the game for Gold Fury to be worth the hassle. It will be taking out quite a lot of health from either team if they try to do it now, and won't give huge amount of XP. So, like you said, the stuff after stuff, not a lot going on right now.
Sensible call here from Take-Two, trying to steal away the blue buff here. Probably should have focused it a little bit early with Slicey as Tori Skies comes in with the Pheno Evil Shred taken very low. He's got no mana to get away. There is the Kepri revive, but Wearable Whales switching targets very smartly. Now looking at the Kepri themselves, Tomalomu takes a lot of damage. Divine comes in though, heals him up, and now Take-Two disengage. And I believe they got that blue buff as well as Divine is wearing it.
No, Freemason's got the blue buff on him.
Ah, there you go.
So a little bit of a stalemate there. Take-Two not getting the blue buff. Whales do end up getting it, but it doesn't go to their solo laner, so Leo may be a little bit mana hungry in the next few minutes.
Slicey chose to go for the right-hand side mid-camps. He really should have rotated with the team earlier and gotten the blue buff, and then taken the mid-camps on their way out. The blue buff is more important than mid-camps.
Mid-camps definitely a huge amount of XP. Blue buff... The buff camps do give more XP and gold than the mid camps, but mid camps are usually always contested. If you don't get it, the enemy team does. So a little bit of a cop out there, unfortunately.
Freemason again goes for these travel shoes, trying to get a lot of very early gold. It worked out for him kind of last game. I say kind of because even though they were ahead for 99% of the game, Wales still ended up losing. Whether that's on the travel shoes or not, probably not. But still, again, we see a bit of a repeat in the pattern of builds here.
The rotation power from Freemason is going to be amazing though with those Traveler Shoes. If you're not in combat, you do move quite a lot faster and heal up quite a significant amount. The Defender of Olympus and Traveler Shoes got allowed to just be everywhere.
Red and Gruff here, looking towards the left-hand side of the map, just warding up very nicely, looking for some aggressive plays here onto Armun. Armun doesn't have a CC immune ult, and in fact, hasn't gone for Purification first. He's going for the sprint, playing very risky here, buying a lot on peel coming out from Freemason. If he's caught by himself, it could spell a lot of trouble for the Whales.
I'm not sure about the sprint. There's not a huge amount of slows. It's good as, you know, hey, here's more movement speed, go for it. But you're not getting the full utility out of it. The Purification beats would definitely be a lot better. You got the Mesmerize from Apollo, the Dunk from Thor, the Grab from Kepri. Like you said, it is quite risky.
It's good for chasing down the enemy. Gruff takes a lot of damage here, dashes away. Armun doesn't use the ultimate here very wisely because he recognizes Gruff can just across the skies on out of there. But still, he takes a lot of poke, and considering how warded up he's got that lane, I'm very surprised he took that much damage and was willing to roll that risk.
Yes, risks are being rolled, but Take-Two, they are the purveyors of taking risks, as we saw at the end of that last game. There's not a lot they won't try if their backs are to the walls. So Wales looking a little bit down this game, 1 kill to 4. Take a look at the graphs. We can see that Take-Two are up just about 2,000 XP and 1,000 gold. A nice little early lead here at 7 minutes.
Nothing to really call home to Mum about how this is not going to decide the game. We're only 7.5 minutes into the game, and now we see the Whales just going to secure that blue buff here. They're not wanting to let Take-Two get anywhere close to that buff again. Leo, as most solo laners are very protective of that blue buff. Tomalomu here now rolling around behind Armun. Armun just used his sprint, so he can't even dash away from Tomalomu. He does backflip, but Tomalomu baits it out, not bakes it out.
Tomalomu bakes out a potato out of the oven, and it's delicious.
He baits out the backflip there. I'm very surprised he didn't go for the pull. He didn't go for the hug bug. He didn't go for the abduct there onto Armun. I suspect he used it trying to get into lane, but Slicey, was rotating. They could have looked for a kill there, but instead just looked to secure their own objectives, looked to secure the boards.
But now it looks like Shred is going to be looking for a red buff here. Steel going to go ahead, teleport onto Tori. Does get taunted out. Circle Protection is down, and Nidifine going to get the Cavalry Charge to not a huge amount of effects.
Divine there doing a lot of damage to Pickle. There's the Fear of Evil from Tori's guys. Divine takes a lot of hurt, but Shred picks up Pickle Finger, and now Freemason looking for Eye Divine. Shred, though, picks up Tori. Leo gets a kill onto Shred. Tomolomu picks up another kill, and now it's just Freemason and Armoon left. Armoon not stunned out, but Gruff picks up a kill onto Freemason. It is a 4-for-1 trade, and entirely in the favor of Take-Two. And now Armoon just barely misses the rain fire there. This is where Take-Two can pull something off, maybe look for a Gold Fury. As Armoon gets a stun through the wall, not going to be enough, however, as Take-Two, their sights are set firmly on the Gold Fury.
Gold Fury is going to allow them to get a good little leg up as they had already. Currently 1.3 thousand gold up. We go ahead and see what it'll be after the Gold Fury if they do manage to secure it. Divine trying to zone out Salamoon. He's doing a very good job, and the Gold Fury does fall 2,500 gold to the favor of Take-Two.
If we take a look at our graphs now, we can see 4,600 is the experience difference, and as you mentioned, 2,600, the gold difference in favor of Take-Two. This one is starting to look a little bit less like it's an even game. Wales maybe a little bit on tilt after the last game.
That's definitely something that you could consider. You lose the game in an instance, it does put your team in a bit of a bad mindset. But this is going to be a chance for Picklefinger and Freemason to just kind of rally up the rest of their team. They've had these experiences before, the pressures of these competitions and these tournaments. So if they do get the communication back to how it was last game, it could come back to them very, very easily.
Oh, Picklefinger there, caught out by Shred, uses a wall to great effect, takes down the mid laner. Shred up in the air now, maybe looking for a re-engage. He does have the Kepri revive, but Take-Two get very smart, very safe, just disengage from that one. Take the pick, move on.
Take a look at some of our builds here. We see Picklefinger has not gotten the Doom Orb straight away. He has the Lost Artifact, can turn that into either Doom Orb to Hootie or Chronos Pendant, but Slicey is rushing his Doom Orb, only 2 stacks, so he's only just gotten it.
I really like what's Gruff's done here. He's gone his boots first and then gone into the Barrow's Gauntlets rather than rushing the Devo gloves. He's still going to be able to get those stacks. He's 22 stacks online already. He's just going to sit here in the dual lane, farm up, build up those stacks, and have a lot of lifesteal available to him later in the game.
It makes sense to have the mobility to keep away from the Neath, because you're Apollo, you're Neath, it's 10 minutes 50, you're not fighting. Don't fight a Neath at 10 minutes, because she will hurt you. Especially when she has a fully stacked Transcendence, so...
Armoon there misses the Spirit Arrow on the Gruff, but does get him with the Unravel. Tori Skies picks up a kill onto Shred in the mid lane there, so Wales get themselves a bit of a return blood there. Looking at the ward coverage, though, Take-Two have got firm control over the right-hand side of the map as Leo is boxing out Eye Divine.
Nice little cheeky stun from the Judgment Tether. Does slow down Eye Divine a little bit. Osiris has a lot of things that can just inhibit you. He has so many slows, the anti-healing, and the damage mitigation and stun from the Judgment Tether. He's very hard to lane against, but Eye Divine's been doing quite a good job.
He has indeed. He is one of the better solo laners in Oceania, so it's no surprise he's doing well. Tomolomu there gets the pull onto Leo, who gets stunned out by Slicey. The Defender of Olympus comes in, but Leo falls. Freemason gets there just in time to be able to defend the tower, and now Freemason going aggressive onto Slicey, but he's between 4 people. Bit of an odd choice there to dash out of his own tower. Pops the Weakening Curse. Not enough, however, to save him. In comes Tori Skies and Picklefinger. Down goes the Circle of Protection, but Divine uses the Cavalry Charge. Down comes Shred. Tori forced to use the beads. He's taken very low, but Slicey gets the kill onto Pickle, and now Shred picks up Tori here. Again, another 4 members of the Whales falling down. This time for none of Take-Two. They should take the Tier 1 tower as well and can push for the Tier 2 as all of the opposition from the Whales is in the left lane. And Armoon himself has been poked out by Gruff. He's going to take the Tier 1 tower as well.
That's just a party over the right-hand side. I was actually waiting to see if Gruff would ult over with the Across the Skies. Just 4 people down from Wales is not looking very great for them. They might be still a little bit on tilt from that last game, but Take-Two, they are just taking everything in the jungle here so far.
Whether or not Wales were on tilt from the last game, they're certainly tilting in the downwards direction now as they are down by 7,800 experience, 5,300 gold. Definitely, this is Take-Two's game to lose at this point.
Take a look at the player damage. We can see that a lot of people are quite close together, but in the previous game it was mostly Wales. Now Take-Two are somewhat more dominant in that top side. Fear No Evil onto Gruff is not going to find any effect as the Mesmerize keeps him safe.
They're very cool, calm, and collected is Gruff as he walks out of the jungle there. Mason Tory Skies perhaps looking for something more, but not going to find it as Idivine is in the area. Freemason taunts him in just to stop that Tower Assault doing any more damage to his jungler. Again, though, it just seems impossible for the Whales to find a kill here after they found a couple of early ones.
Yeah, only kills going on to Leo, Tory Skies, and Almoon. Defender of Olympus going to be going up onto Almoon, going to slam down onto Idivine. Slamming down is Shred.
In comes Leo, teleports to the tower, but Freemason is very low. Leo effectively zoning out the rest of Take 2, however, over towards the red buff, we can see Tomolomo and Slicey fighting off of the combined efforts of Tory and Picklefinger. Now, Take 2 gonna siege down this left-hand side tower. They can do that with a Kepri who provides protections to his team. Very tanky is the lineup from Take 2. Gruff successfully takes the tier 1 tower, and now Wales have got to be feeling the pressure.
Wales are definitely underneath the pressure right now. They are not having a great time, already losing 3 towers, one of them being a tier 2. Gold Fury is up. If they do go ahead and have a little bit of a team fight, I'd say Take 2 will come out on top, and that could be a Fire Giant. Or, no, it's too early for a Fire Giant.
Red, this game has had a pretty much a turnaround performance. Last game, not to sound too harsh, he was not a bit of a non-factor of his team right up until the last couple of fights where he started to get some good Anvil of Dawns and wards off. Before that, though, he was missing abilities. He wasn't hitting double taps. He just wasn't coming online. But this game, he's 6, 2, and 7, been part of every single kill on Take 2 bar 1. He has completely changed the face of this game.
Look at Gruff, just going ahead, taking out the Gold Fury by himself. Almoon is around, he's trying to look for a steal, but he's having a lot of trouble with a bug and a man with a magnificent beard.
Dread picks up the kill onto Tory there. Freemason takes a lot of damage from Slicey, who drops down a lot of bombs. Littlefinger pops a circle of protections, but it's not enough to save him. Divine gets up on his horse. He's looking for Almoon, stuns him out. There is the root from Tomolomo. Down crawls Almoon. It's just Freemason and Leo left. Good wall there from Shred, and Freemason takes a lot of damage, puts down the shield wall, but Gruff gets the kill, and now Leo take it very low, but the Judgment Tether stuns him out there. Good call here from Divine and Pickle just to go ahead and take the tier 1 tower. The rest of their team can join them shortly for taking down the tier 2, and now the tier 1 tower falls. Tier 2 to fall in short order. Take 2 just absolutely dominating this game.
So in the last game, Wales were very focused on kill this person, and they did it instantly, whereas Take 2 was a little bit more all over the place. Now, it's kind of the reverse. Take 2 are taking out people very, very easily, very focused, and it makes it easy with that Capri who can just grab someone and drag them back towards their team. And Wearable Wales, looking a little bit disoriented, a little bit scattered.
Take a look at some of our builds here. We can see Tomolomo has again gone into the Wing Blade before the boots, picked himself up behind the Urchin here as well, got 3 stacks on that already, so he will definitely feeling the effects of that. He's going to be a very difficult target to kill, more difficult than a Kepri already is. Tory looking to split push down the tower there, but Divine, the master of the split push, recognizes this, teleports in, prevents any damage going onto that tower.
Yeah, so all the towers for Take 2 are still standing, and that's important for them. If they do somehow find themselves in a little bit of a bad fight, they can retreat back to the towers, which are much, much closer. Whereas Wearable Wales, if they end up losing, they die.
We said that last game though. Wales had taken out, had all of their towers still up. There was one fight at the end that cost them. At this stage in the game, Take 2 can safely lose a fight. Not that it's ever good to lose a fight, but if they do, they still have a little bit to retreat on. The later this game goes, however, that becomes a little bit more risky, but the later this game goes, the stronger Take 2 gets because of that Apollo.
Well, Shred getting caught out in the jungle, standing right on top of a ward. Spirit Bolt doesn't manage to hit, but now Take 2 are looking at this tier 2 tower on the left-hand side. They need to make their decisions quickly because Tory Skies is split pushing.
Slicey takes a lot of damage there. Good Spirit Ball from Pickle, but Armored gets pulled in by Tomolomo. Gruff takes him down, and that should be the tier 2 tower pretty much for free for Take 2. Slicey, the only one focusing it down, however, as the rest of his team is fighting. Pickle heals himself up with a circle of protection, but falls to Tomolomo. Shred slams down onto 2 members of the Wales. Freemason low as Leo is pulled out from the safety of his Phoenix. Leo taken very low as he's forced to use the Lord of the Afterlife to jump away. Take 2 now looking at the Phoenix, and they should be able to take this down with an Apollo.
They are just absolutely riding the high that they have gotten from winning that last game. It is 18 minutes, and there is already no towers on the side of Wearable Wales, and they've already lost the Phoenix. I'm actually a little bit lost for words, just how much of a flip these two teams have done.
Look what Taurus guys did through that whole engagement. He took both of the towers on the right-hand side. So at least Wales get something out of that. Taurus got 2,200 gold in hand, and the rest of his team will have a nice little bit of spending money in their pockets. Maybe it's not enough to get them back in this game. It's still going to be a little bit of a boost to their morale, despite losing the Phoenix.
Take a look at the graphs now. We can see that Take-Two are ahead 13,000 XP and nearly 11,000 gold. So taking the two towers didn't really do a whole lot. They are still very far ahead, but it will maybe perhaps help Wearable Wales to finish off some key items, trying to get something. I'm actually really lost.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Wales can find anything. Like, the damage that they need has to come from Picklefinger, but he's just not putting out that damage yet. He's got Shoes of Magi. He's only got 29 stacks on his Warlock Sash, going into a breastplate next as well, which is not going to give him any damage, only cooldown protections and mana. The rest of the team can't really find anything. They're just not doing enough damage at this point. They need to find a good fight in their advantage, and by that I mean they need to find a fight where they have the numbers advantage on the other team. They're taking some damage onto Divine here, but he just heals it straight back up, and that's a real advantage of Take-Two's team comp. Is it's very hard to kill them. They've got Kepri Revive and they have got Guan Yu heals.
Yeah, I just want to point out as well, you mentioned Picklefinger doesn't have a huge amount of damage. You look at Slicey, fully stacked Doom, or brought off Tahuti, Obsidian Shard. He is swinging like a truck. That's what they need Picklefinger to be doing right now.
He's almost got 4 times as much magical power as Picklefinger does.
I don't care how much you charge up an Isis Ultimate, if you do not have the power for it, it does not do enough damage. And that's going to be very big, as they are going to go ahead and start the Fire Giant Take-Two, but it is looking just like a bait.
Picklefinger drops down the circle of protections. Down comes Shred, looking for the back line of the Whales. Gets a good stun there onto Picklefinger, and good leaving the target for his mid laner, and he turns towards Armoon, who falls down as well. Shred has got himself a kill, and now Leo desperately fighting 3 members of Take-Two as Freemason is forced to back away. Tori again split pushing on the left-hand side, but he needs to get back and defend his base as Take-Two not even looking at the Fire Giant. They're just going to go straight for the Phoenix. They take this one down. It is more than likely curtains for the Whales.
It may as well be. Picklefinger is respawning in 15 seconds. That will be enough time for him to come up before the Titan falls if they do go ahead and aggress. Take-Two not taking a huge amount of damage from this Phoenix. Tomo tanking it, not going all that into the red zone. And they're gonna go ahead and look for the middle Phoenix.
The Tories guys went in there with the Fear No Evil and peeled them away a little bit, but the heals were enough from Divine that they could really survive through that. Too, as you mentioned, looking for this middle Phoenix, should have the damage to find it. Slicey that caught out a little bit. Good Spirit Arrow and Spirit Ball combination there, but he uses the Aegis to escape most of the damage. Shred crashes down, misses Freemason, hits him with the spin to win. Not enough for the kill, but Gruff Dogger able to pick up the kill. Middle Phoenix still standing here for the Whales as they're forced to push up the left-hand side. 5 minutes creeping into the base. Take-Two looking for the disengage at this point. A smart opportunity, just going to back, buy, and make the final push.
A tragic event for Wales. That was their opportunity to pick off some people from Take-Two, but they just can't catch them. They have too much mobility, too much healing, and they're just gonna go ahead and run away, leave them just empty-handed.
Wales do have their left-hand side Phoenix respawn. They have 2 more waves of 5 minions coming in, so they need to defend both of those before they could safely leave that Phoenix alone, as it were. Divine. It looks like he didn't steal that red buff. Nearly got the steal onto that red buff of the Whales. He's just hanging around in their jungle. He's looking for Armoon here, who's in the middle of backing. Divine hits the Tallow Assault. Armoon backflips here. Can he find the kill? Divine uses the ultimate, and it is a tragedy there for the Whales as their AD carry does fall down.
Tory Sky is also backing behind Almoon, just out of view. Shred going up. He's going to be looking for Leo in the mid lane.
Leo gets slammed down there, forced to use Lord of the Afterlife as Freemason out here by himself dashes away. Divine keeping Picklefinger away from his own Phoenix here as minions are looking to take that one down. Take-Two look for the left-hand side Phoenix. They have the damage to do this one quickly. There is a Wickedy Curse coming out from Freemason. In pops Tory Skies, uses the Fear No Evil, but Gruff has got enough lifesteal that he's not concerned about that one at all. There's a Spirit Ball, but the left-hand side Phoenix falls for the Whales. Leo's got a couple in his Judgment Tether. doesn't get the stun off. Tomolomu pulling him back into the damage from the Whales as Freemason takes a lot of hurt as well. In goes Divine. Gruff picks up a kill onto Freemason. This could be game for the Whales, and Take-Two could be moving on to the Pro League. All the Phoenixes are down for the Whales. Fire minions are pouring into the base. The Whales need a miracle. In goes the focus onto the Titan. It is at about 75% health. Gruff takes a lot of damage, but the Kepri revive is real. It's the first important one we've seen all game. Titan is at 50% health. Take-Two is focusing this one hard. Whales need a miracle. They're not going to find it. And Take-Two take the game and move on to the Pro League.
Take-Two takes game number 2. I should not have chosen that sentence to say. That's a very hard one to say. A huge turnaround from Take-Two. First game, just stealing away from the Whales, a little bit of a throw, and then in the second game, just absolutely dominant. I am speechless.
Take-Two really showed the stuff they're made of more in the second game than the first game. The first game, Take-Two seemed out of sorts, not really comfortable with what they were trying to do, but game 2, really, they seemed to have a game plan there, and they executed it to perfection. Only, I think, about 3 kills allowed from the Wearable Whales. Great game there from Take-Two. And now they're going to move on to face Get Sourced in the finals to determine a scheduling spot in the Pro League. But we have found our second Pro League team for the week. Our 2 teams moving on to join Divals and Avantgarde are going to be Get Sourced and Take-Two. Next week, we'll decide the final 2 spots. But for now, folks, we're going to take a short break as we look towards the finals of the day.